name is Yen. I am a mum of one living in the area. I have a 6-year-old boy. Name is Hohen. Yeah. It started actually, well, his lunchbox started back in the middle, in between the two lockdowns. So they were back to school, and I always kind of let him have the same thing as everyone else. So, you know, if he's okay with school lunches, then fine, you know, I don't want the extra work. But then he's back to school, and then he wasn't eating a lot. And he hasn't, you know, I noticed him, yes, he's growing, but also he's become like smaller. So he probably didn't enjoy the lunch he had back then at school, because they were having like packed lunch, so sandwiches, and he would just choose the same sandwiches over and over again and not eating it, and bring home most of it. And I thought, this is it, you know, I had to do something for him. So that's how it started. I do like adults, like for me and my husband's lunch, actually ages ago, even before I had my son. As just a way of healthy diet, because I reckon bento is a really good way of packing healthy lunch, because you have a container and then you just stuff it with different ingredients, so balance it out. So if the food is there in the lunchbox, you will eat it. If it's not there, you won't eat it. So that's the thing. So I try to pack it with a lot of like veggies and fruit, and you know, balance it out with less carbs but more protein, healthy protein. So once we start doing it, we see a benefit. You know, we feel the difference. So I actually started that ages ago. I'm actually Hong Kongese.
How
Yes.
did you met with bento?
It's just I do a lot of Instagram. Once you start that, and it's very similar to Taiwanese kind of way of, they have bentos as well. So I'm very drawn to that, you know, sort of that way of balanced meal. So, and it looks so pretty. It looks so pretty on you know, photograph, on the plate. When you open the box, it's just, you know, it's just invitation for you to, you know, have all the food in there. And yeah, so how did I actually do meal plans? I mean, if you asked me like 10 years ago, I would like, no, my meal plan is so boring. What if I suddenly want to have something else? But I actually do meal planning. So once a week, I sort of sit down and decide for the week what I'm gonna have. It saved me time, because I just sit down one day, you know, one time, and then do the rest. And because I think, having a young kid at home, even before the pandemic, taking him to the supermarket and stand in front of the shelves, just trying to decide what to have for that evening, it's impossible, for me at least. So spending time doing a meal plan, deciding what to go into my meals actually helps. So that sort of extend into the bento boxes. So I just have to put in a bit more for bento box. I actually, there are a few favorites. I do rices. I do like little rice balls, because they're so versatile.
Do you have something to make them?
You can. I have tools. I have tools to help me to make rice balls, but of course you can do it by your hand. But for a quick one, because I have one that is plastic, it's got two ball shape, and you just do two at once. They are the ideal size just to, you know, just pop one in their mouth. Because it's so versatile, you could mix it with like sweet corns or seaweed or salmon. You know, it's very versatile. And the good thing is you can use up your leftovers like that very easily, because it's, say if you have a little bit of ham but not enough to make into something else, just throw it into the rice mix and shape it into a ball, and then
Amazing.
And yeah, it's really good that way. Rice ball is one, and then cold noodles. Cold noodles is next, because my bento boxes are usually eaten cold. Not straight from the fridge, because that would be too much like in winter, but I would say room temperature. So I do cold noodles. So it's like a salad, but has got noodles in it. So my favorite would be sesame seeds sauce. So because that adds like extra protein, It's got packs, you know, lots of vitamin B's and stuff. So yeah, I like that, and it's very versatile as well. You can throw in with your noodle, cucumber, what else? Carrots. So that's the base. So shredded carrots and shredded cucumber. And then you can add in, if you've got prawns, if you've got chicken, you've got beef, you can just throw it in there, or you can just have it plain as a vegetarian noodle. So yeah, it's very versatile. So yeah, cold noodle is the next. Hot lunch boxes, yes. Sometimes it's really cold, then I try not to pack vegetables that would go a bit funny when it's heated, because when you reheat it, if you have too much leaves in there, like lettuce leaves and stuff like that, they don't stand well in the reheating process. So I try to do like beans in a Tupperware, like microwavable. I do that as well. But they don't, because once you reheat it, it's like recooking it again. So they don't look as pretty. But yeah, I do that as well. Or sometimes I just have a thermos to make a bit of soup, like a broth, or you know, bone broth, or miso soup. Miso soup is another good way of having extra protein, fermented, and give you a bit of warmth as well. I actually like Bermondsey a lot because it's so diverse that I don't feel, you know, it's so diverse that I feel very welcome. Like everyone is welcome, and it's friendly. And I feel quite safe, you know, having, you know, my family living in the area. I love it. I just love it, especially during the pandemic. I think it's not as tense. Like it's not when you go out. You have this feeling that people are careful, but they're also helping each other. It's worrying, but then people are trying to do the best to help each other. So yeah. I have two accounts. My personal account is called Hamoyen, Hamoyen, and my Thermomix account is called Hamo and Little Fish. So I'm Hamo, that's my nickname, and my son is Little Fish.
That's very cute.
Thank you.